Jim Clark, aka Checker Pro Joe, here on the Checker Pro Radio Show. I've got Oscar from Eco Air joining me. Hey, Oscar, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, Jim. How are you?
I am living the dream. Thanks for joining me today. I bring you on when I've got questions that come in from our listeners, and this is kind of a no-brainer, but I have to ask this question anyway because it's so important for people to understand this. And if we have to keep telling people over and over again, then we must. And that is, why is maintenance so important on my air conditioning units?
Oh man, that's a heck of a question you have there, Jim. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's everything. Having proper maintenance on that system, either it's every 6 months is so important, right? It's like going to the doctor and getting a checkup. You don't know. You don't know whether it's going to be something small or something bigger that you can tackle on before the problem it rises up to something that's going to be a lot more expensive than you thought, right? Um, so yeah, it's definitely everything that's going to depict whether or not the system's going to last you, 5 years to 20 years. So, it's extremely important. I can't express how that, that much more. So,
People go into the dentist. Well, not everybody, but some people go in twice a year for their
yeah.
cleaning and their exam. Twice a year minimum for your HVAC system, heating, ventilation, air conditioning system. Twice a year minimum. People often do it in the spring and the fall for the same thing, for a cleaning and a checkup. The cleaning might be cleaning the coils outside, cleaning the coils inside, changing the air filters. They should be done on that system's schedule, which means, and as you know, that could be monthly. It could be every 6 months, depending upon the type of filter you have. But getting it cleaned and having it checked out. You go to the dentist, they look at your teeth, they clean your teeth,
Mhm.
and that's what needs to be done. If they see a cavity, they say, we need to go in and drill this and fill it. If you guys see a cavity, which wouldn't be good, like a hole in the coil, big problem. We have
Right.
to remedy that. Someone might have an issue where they're like, you know what? Every year someone comes out and they pump more freon into my system, more refrigerant. What's going on? Might be a small leak. Let us do a check. Oh, sure enough, there's a couple choices. We can kind of
Right.
keep it limping along, or we can replace the coil. But at least you can give them the choice, right? And you got to keep an eye on stuff. Waiting for the system to go down on a Sunday afternoon is a bad idea,
Hey.
right? That's why maintenance is so important. What are some of the things you might find in a maintenance checkup?
Oh man, Jim. So, anything from dirty filters, dirty blower motor wheels, housings, cracked heat exchangers, um, unsealed ductwork. That's a big
Oh,
one
yeah.
because you have insulation going into the home. People, in return breathing that stuff. So then it starts, affecting that health and safety of that family. So, man, you can find all types of stuff, and especially when you're inside those attics, you got full family of raccoons in there. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. That can definitely decrease the longevity of that system.
Absolutely. It's an intricate system. We talk about this years ago. To heat a house was simple, and to cool it, we didn't have air conditioning a long time ago. The houses were designed for ventilation, airflow, windows and maybe some type of attic fan, ceiling fans, and so forth. But today the houses are built different. So if you have a relatively new house, it's airtight,
Yeah.
and the systems are designed kind of specifically for that house. You go into an old house, you might have you know, an air conditioning unit in the window. Okay. That wasn't designed for the house. It'll cool that room. But today, when the house is built, everything is very scientific. So that heating system, the air conditioning system, is designed specifically for that 3-bedroom house, for so many people to be living in it. And it's a science. So everything has to be really like bolted and screwed down right. So when you go into the attic and you look at ductwork, for instance,
Mhm.
it's not done willy-nilly. I mean, it was designed a certain way. If it was designed right, you had to maintain it.
That's a fact, Jim. 100%.
Yeah. And so I always say minimum twice a year. When you have a qualified technician from EcoAir come out twice a year, you're less likely to have that system go down at an inopportune time, which it's almost always on a weekend, a
Yep.
holiday weekend.
Yep. That's why
And
you least expect it for
yep,
sure.
and you don't know if maybe your refrigerant's a little low.
Mhm.
Okay. Over time, you may not notice, but it could be more efficient. And when you get that all checked and topped off, and hopefully it's not leaking anymore, you're going to feel a big difference in your comfort and your utility bills as well. And it's all these little things we just don't know about as homeowners. So it's just really important. And that's why I wanted to have you on today to explain that.
I appreciate that, Jim. Yep. Anything to help.
Oscar, thank you so much. I appreciate it, bud.
My pleasure, brother.